Excuse me. I see one head. Who is that that's joining me today? Look at this. Oh, crap. Hey, Matt. What's going on? Hello, Amira, and Casey, and Ignited. Well, hello, you guys. I love it. Ruben is up in here. Jen, hello, Jen. How are you? What's going on, you guys? I'm in the beach, hoping I keep service. Okay. Nice. All right. This was my little my shirt is a shirt that I've had forever. So I pulled it out for the occasion. This was some type of garland that I got from this is so tacky, from Target. And I thought, it looked like it had some rainbowish type colors, but I don't see enough orange in there, but that's okay. Y'all know what I was trying to do. Says some people are gay, get over it. That's what the shirt says. Oh, hey, Mama. Hey, Iggy Mama. Hello. I love it. Vashti. Is it Vashti? What's going on? Okay. For those of you, if you don't mind hitting the like button for me, that would be great. As you're coming in, I do have a little bit of a meal. I have a salad. I was gonna show you all. It was kind of like the salad I made in the last video, but I ruined it with the ranch dressing because I had cut all those mini peppers up, because it had like the rainbow colors, but I ruined it throwing the ranch dressing on top, so you can't really see the colors. Ruben, I appreciate it. I really do. Sure you can. It's not a problem. It's not a problem at all. I just want to say thank you for this, for everyone who's here now and who may show up. It was just something I thought I would like to do just because some of us will not be able to celebrate the way we might typically would with friends or a parade or march or whatever. So I just wanted to reach out to people here, friends and family of, people that are a part of the LGBTQ community. I thought it would be just kind of something kind of nice to do. I guess I have like 3 basic kind of areas that I wanted to address or discuss amongst whoever felt comfortable, discussing things. So the first part would just start out with just like your childhood. Like, what do you remember? And I'm kind of looking at this as I go along. What is the worst thing that you remember about either being in a closet or if you were really young, not really knowing what you were, but feeling and knowing that you were different somehow? I guess before being able to fully comprehend or articulate and ultimately accept who you were, or what were the worst or challenging things you remember about your childhood growing up? While you guys kind of ponder and think about it, I can start. I think the worst thing for me just had to deal with school. And I knew that there was something different about me. Hey, Will, thank you for being here. I appreciate it. I just felt like I was always the class fag, always the class fag. And even though, I really didn't know what that was. It was the kids at school, the male classmates in particular at school, who let me know what that was. And it was a struggle because I felt different, but didn't really know I didn't know what it was. And feeling like, okay, well, apparently, whatever I'm feeling about myself, it's something that these classmates can see. But all they really saw was one, couldn't play sports. My older brothers didn't were not sports guys. They didn't do basketball or anything like that. So and there was no like father figure in the home. So sports didn't reach me. Um, so couldn't play sports. Had a butt that was kind of high and kind of bubble. Like I was a kind of a thin child, but I flounced when I walked. And that part was always something that I tried to kind of cover and hide, but it was very difficult because I couldn't help how I walked. And it seemed like whenever I did, it was an issue. And the third thing that they saw, the reason they called me gay is because as I got older, like maybe I'm going to say that age where boys start liking girls, like maybe, I don't know, 10, 11, 12, something like that. There was no girl that they could connect me to. I even had to lie and say that my girlfriend lived on the South Side, which I had no girlfriend. So um, that was the most challenging thing, I think, for me growing up. I'm going to read some of you all's comments and try to have a little bit of salad as I do it. Um, so, you guys, I don't want to put people on the spot. Whatever you feel like sharing, go right ahead. It's a judgment-free zone. A girl kissed me in the playground when I was 5, and I remember not minding, but I knew I also had a crush on a boy in the class. So I knew from then I was bisexual. Oh, okay, Amira. Okay. That was a young age, too. I hated that word growing up. It always made me super sad, and I was called that. I'm definitely embarrassed. Yep. Know the feeling. Kids were very cruel. What's up, Miss Ada? Thank you for popping through. Same to you, Umami. Thank you. Hello. Some of my friends had crushes on boys. I wasn't interested in boys too. So were you interested in girls, Sandy? My best friend in high school stopped speaking to me after I confessed. Oh, and I'm not even getting to high school just yet, but wow. Josh, believe it or not, I've yet to have a boyfriend. Believe it or not. Um, I've had a lot of dates and a lot of like gone on a lot of dates, but never a steady. Yeah, I remember that you should mention that, Sandy. I remember telling my mom or telling just older people, particularly my uncles, when I was a kid, like maybe 7 or 8, I would tell them if it ever came up, because I think adults try to, you know how they talk to kids and try to kind of figure the kids out. But the kid may not necessarily be understanding what they're trying to do. So they talk to you about, you got any little girlfriends in school? What about when you get married and blah, blah, blah. I knew very early on that was not in the cards for me. I was never getting married. Now, that could have been me just talking about the dynamic, that I witnessed, kind of growing up at home, as far as there, not being a father figure. It was just my mom. far as I'm concerned, as far as I was concerned as a kid, she didn't need nobody. We were a family, and I knew watching TV and stuff about other people having fathers, but I never was bent out of shape about not having a father around. Hey, Chastity. I'd be wanting to call you Chastity. Chastity. So yeah, and I know, some of this stuff might even be like, I don't know, kind of painful to even dredge up or bring up, but that is not the goal. Kiro, what's going on there? How are you? Thank you. I feel like I look kind of like somebody exploded on me. And these balls are hair. Well, I was gonna say they're hairy, but when you shake them, they're full of like lint. You can call me Chaz. Everyone else. Oh, okay. I am. I'm having I guess it would be called a rainbow salad, but you can't really see the rainbow because the. So what is it? Does anyone else have any kind of like just stories, or what are there some things that you remember in relating to you? Like, did you know as a kid? Like ignited, did you know as a kid? Did you know what it was? Did you have the feelings? Because I know for me, it was in school. There were some like boys that I thought were attractive, I guess, but I think I looked more primarily at men, and that could have been because no male figure at home, didn't want a father figure at home, but I was, in school or whenever I looked at men for some particular reason. Andy B is up in here. Hello there, sir. What's going on? Yeah, I don't think I knew of pansexual growing up either. I probably heard about that in the 80s. Hey, Super Tink. Why do I see a profile saying it says you are homosexual? And I remember telling her, because I am. I don't understand that at all, Ignited. What are you saying? It was easier that I thought, since I really didn't have to tell. Oh, your mom. Is this your mother, I guess? Mm. I felt like that with my cousin, Ignited. I didn't have to say the words. I just told my cousin, I said, um, if I wrote a book, people would probably be surprised at what was in it. And he just said, "What do you mean?" And I just said, "I don't know. I just think people would be shocked at what they found out if I ever wrote a book, found out about me." And we just he did a guessing game. We played a guessing game, and he got it. When you said these balls are hairy, well, they actually are. I thought, because I was shaking them as I was putting them on, and I had the food kind of close, and I kept seeing the lint come out or whatever. I guess it's like, ooh. I guess it's why they're $5. I must have missed your first part, Ignited. Okay, because I saw most of it. I am thinking that you were talking about telling your mom. Mm. Can y'all hear me good? Okay. Um, I'm just trying to remember some other things, particularly in school. I just did a lot of hiding and trying to cover up things that I thought were really obvious because I kept getting that label, faggot, sissy, girl. Um, I kept getting it and I kept trying to, I just didn't want to have anything to do with sports, singing. Here's where I things could have taken a turn for the better, but because I was so focused on trying to hide things that could so they wouldn't be seen. You know how when kids do something that parents or adults really like and really show their approval for, kids kind of run with that. Well, I think, you know what, I have done you guys a disservice on this channel. Um, I have downplayed my love for music. You've seen me in some videos and live streams, talk about music and stuff like that. But I almost feel like I should create a separate channel that has to deal with music. Because music was, I was trying to think of the one thing that saved me throughout all of those like formative years and teenage years. And I'd have to say it was music. But getting back to when I was a kid and loving music, I remember, and I probably told this story before. I remember we were doing a school play. We were rehearsing for it, and I got chosen maybe by the teacher to sing a song. And one day she kept me behind to rehearse the song with her. It was just me and her in her classroom, and she must have noticed something. She kept pushing me to sing higher. She must have thought that I could or could hear that I could. And when I didn't know what a falsetto was, I was probably, I don't know, 7 or 8 years old. But when I went higher into a higher key singing this one song, it blew her mind and she was like, yes. And up until that point, I really hadn't had anyone outside of my family show that kind of approval for something that I did. So part of me with her felt good about it. But when I had to do it in front of the class where we're learning the songs, they liked it. But again, I would hear when I heard stuff like, oh, you sound like a girl, I retreated right back. So I sang the song, and for a brief minute, kids were telling me how good I sounded. Oh, you can sing, you really can sing. But I would still hear whispers, you know? And as someone that was trying to hide it, yeah, I'm surprised I got through that song, but I was always really cautious after that. I couldn't just take that and run with it and be like, oh, this is something that I can, focus on or something that I can do. Because people got to really get a good response out of that. The girl thing was still in my head. Crazy, right? I definitely knew kids who were alternate sexuality, who something other than just hetero, before any of us were consciously sexual. I'm just heterosexual, but I'm really glad my parents didn't. And he says something after that. You're really smart about music. I know that. Thank you. Music also saved me as a teenager. I was so self-conscious and shy and scared of everything and everyone, and had horrible social anxiety. Yeah. Wow. Piano and singing. Okay. think some of the whispers were just, kids being kids and boys being boys. I don't think they were jealous at all. And the thing about me was that I never got physically picked on. Usually I didn't. But because I was big for my age, but I was never a bully type. And I think because I was big, but yet wasn't a bully type and, maybe kind of soft, I think the boys that I was in school with saw that as a weakness, like I was a target. And it wasn't like every day. It was, a tragic day for me. I mean, I went to school for 8 years. This would be K through 8 or junior high, as you all would probably call it. But knowing that kids will be kids, it's still kind of, when I think about that kid, meaning myself, when I think about that kid and the mental things that I went through at such a young age, trying to hide certain things about myself, like I could never really feel 100% comfortable in a setting because I was always overly self-conscious about what people were seeing all the time. I used to do this. It was just not that I was trying to be or do or act like a girl or anything, but it was just kind of this. It was a lazy sort of thing. And I remember my aunt like doing that. You know what I mean? Always really conscious about that and other things too. Really, Will? So crazy because I liked to sing, and I was singing, I was singing with my cousin and writing little songs with him, and yeah, I wish my experience in school, grade school in particular, was not so jagged and traumatic to the point where, excuse me, I felt like I just couldn't be, because I probably would have focused strongly on music to like kind of get me out of whatever. I'm gonna have some of the sandwich now. It's turkey and Swiss with a little low sodium ham with a couple of pickles and some Stubbs on there. I put some Stubbs barbecue on there. All right, Umami. Thank you, Papa, for popping in. Papa, Papa. Take care. Okay. My daughter is an artist. She enjoys music as well, but when drawing, it seems to ground her. Yeah. And this, I'm going to move into adolescence, just into like high school years and stuff like that. Oh, thanks, Amira. I don't mind sharing it. I think I've shared some of this probably in other videos like past, but I thought it would be a good opportunity, like I said, to kind of see like some of this information you guys have shared about yourselves. I didn't really know, or you might have revealed it before, but I might have forgotten. And it does not like, sexual proclivities ever come up in chats. So I appreciate you guys being, forthright with me as well. So it's a two-way street. A fan meet, oh, that would be nice. One of Casey Clark was telling me about, and actually one of my moderators was telling me about a site called StreamYard. and where I could connect to the YouTube channel and go live. But I need a laptop to do it. You guys could access it, I guess, on your phones or whatever, but I would need a desktop or a laptop, and I don't currently have one. So this is all over the phone right here now. So eventually it'll happen. But I want to move on. I want to talk about high school. What your were some people I know that came out probably in their junior or senior year, maybe. I did not. So I guess my question is, were some of you, how early when did you come out? Did you come out anybody in high school, and were you able to transition early on into areas that you considered to be safe as it relates to your sexuality in school? Um, what was making friends like in high school? Like, do you still have the same friends from high school? Are they still your friends now? Or did you lose friends as a result of coming out? I know somebody mentioned that in the chat. I will start. For me, I would say that high school, okay. So let me get to grade school real quick and then progress to high school. There was an event that happened when I was in 7th or 8th grade. I was by my locker, getting something out of the locker, I think. And two guys kind of conspired to do something where the end result wound up with me with having my head shoved in the other guy's crotch. And that was so mortifying to me. And I just couldn't believe the embarrassment and all, you know what I'm saying? So that event made me feel like, okay, you know what? If the rest of my life is going to be like this, I don't want to live. There were more than a few thoughts of suicide, just because it felt just utterly like disrespectful. The treatment like that particular incident was the straw. But having gone through all these years of being this person and consistently trying to hide, it really, I think it's why I'm so unapologetically out today. I really don't give a fuck, and no one can come up to me with any nonsense because of what I went through in school. And so, but when I got into like in grade school, I kept thinking, these kids are going to follow me into high school and it's going to be even worse. So I don't know. The only thing I know that, like I said, what probably got me off of that thought was the healing power of whatever music I was into at the time. And so when I got into high school, I was able to meet different people. Not that many people from grade school followed me to high school, so that was a good thing. And again, these were not people that I considered friends, they were classmates. There were people I made kind of friends with, but I really wouldn't call them friends in high school. In fact, my real friends, I would say, were people that I met after any kind of school, after I got out of high school. High school was still rough, but in another kind of way. So let me just go back to some of you all's comments. While you guys can post more stuff if you like. A fan meetup in the Midwest. I came here to gain information. I just had a situation with my daughter that I'm not sure I handled well. Well, my daughter's 9 and she admitted to me one night, scared, that she thinks she likes girls. Okay. Hey, Joey. Joey's joining. How are you? I came out in junior year. Okay. And I still have some of the same friends from high school, but not many. And I want to say something about that. I know you're relatively much younger than me, Joey. I think there is probably something to be said about your generation and the time that you came out, the time that you were going to school. I feel like it was a probably a much more accepting time. You can correct me there if I'm wrong. Than for me when I was in school. So we're talking for me, grade school would have been in the 70s, 75 to 83, 83, 84 high school years. People were still kind of in their shit and conservative and everything. And, you know, Boy George was my favorite artist of the time. And, most people, young teenagers loved him. Some of them, most of them, whatever you want to say. But there were, parents were always kind of shocked. That kind of thing was shocking for parents. Um, I had to excuse myself because I wanted to cry, not because I did not like what she said. I just instantly thought, wow, life will be so hard for you now. I didn't tell her that. Hmm. Oh, oh, thanks, Amira. I don't think I'll need to do that, but I appreciate the thought. Well, let me see. Hold on. You all, I'm not forgetting your comments. I'm trying to see if I can go. Hey, Miss Trinita. Chastity. Let me just tackle this first. I don't know if there's anything really to tackle. Well, what did you wind up telling her? You said you felt like you handled it wrong, but you didn't tell her that. And honestly, I think that it's probably I don't think there's anything wrong with a parent thinking that their child's life might be hard. I think a lot of parents kind of have that thought. Parents have dreams for their children. They have a vision for their children. But I think now what needs to happen is that parents need to understand and realize, and especially your daughter's 9 and told you this, parents need to realize that there is going to be that possibility. And they need to have the tools at handy. And we know parenting does not come with a book that you can, there's no chapter in there about this type of stuff. So you need to really be able to have the tools handy. At least she felt comfortable enough to tell you this, even though she was scared, but she did, I know when I was 9, there was no way I could tell my mom or my brothers what I was going through. I don't think she ever knew. I never told her any of the things that bothered me. I would probably just crack if I did. So I went through all of those years really silent and really internally sort of tortured, and trying to. I did that thing that women do. Sometimes they just put on a happy face or the best face they can, and just deal with things in silence. I came out to 2 of my friends, 10th grade, and they accepted me. So that's a sophomore, okay? I came out to my mom twice. Once when I was 17, she completely dismissed it and said it was wow. I have never heard of anyone coming out twice. What's up, Kyle? When I came out, well, I'll cover that part in a minute. Vashti, I hear you. I see. I read your comment. Thank you. I guess that was for me. I'm not sure, but it's probably for Chaz. But yeah, I hope that things go well with her too. If I don't know what you wound up telling her, but you said you didn't tell her that. You just thought that in your head. I would not advise telling her that. I would just let her know that you are there for her and that you're there to support her. And if she has any questions, to feel there's no need for her to feel like she can't come to you. And she needs to know that, you got to make yourself her safe haven. My mother loves me. I know that. In the 70s, okay, I felt like I didn't know what the hell a safe haven was. You just kind of, I, I was alone. I realized this was so hard for me to come to. I felt kind of bad. I realized I went through a lot of stuff alone. I did not have anyone that I could talk to about any of it. My brothers weren't trying to deal with me. They were more closer in age with each other than they were to me. Yeah, we were a family, we were around, but I couldn't tell that to them. I just never felt like I could share that with anybody. So a lot of, even through high school, I went through everything alone, just trying to figure it the fuck out. So I would say for your daughter, let her know she's not alone. Mrs. Chinita, thank you so much for coming through. Oh, so this is you're Joey's boyfriend. Okay. Is Joey there too? Uh, it's my Pride stream. So I just wanted to just get a sense of just trying to connect with people that are part of the LGBTQ community. And most of us won't be able to celebrate Pride the way we typically would. And so this was my way of getting to know and engage and talk about things that I don't get to talk about usually during my live streams. So you are welcome to stay because I know you have some. I know you probably know some folks, or you got some words of advice, so you can just stick around. I opened it to everybody, but I did want people to know it would not operate like a regular live stream. So I hope you guys will respect that and appreciate it. I graduated in '07, and it wasn't hard for me, but it wasn't talked about as much as yeah. See, that's just it. I think now is a different time. You got so many people. I'm sorry if I'm shaking this thing. I'm trying to scroll the comments. I told her that maybe she was too young to feel that way, which I shouldn't have. And yeah, I don't know. I think you were doing the best that you could at the time, but I think, don't negate her feelings. I was very young. The youngest age I can remember is 4 or 5. And I'm going to reveal something I used to do. This has nothing to, no, wait a minute. Let me just set that off to the side and let me get back to, I was very young when I had these feelings. At some point, there was an age where, kids are curious about each other. And we would play, it or hide and seek. And I remember very clearly a couple of us boys, when we would hide, we would hump each other. And I don't know exactly what age I was, but I know it was in the single digits. I went through a period, and I don't know if a lot of kids did this or a lot of a lot of boys did this. I'm not sure. You can confirm for me if it's true, but I used to hump my pillow. And I would think about certain guys. Now, I'm not sure. I guess it came from being charged up by that, by having that interaction with whoever the kid was. But we would do that. And I know, even some of my younger cousins, my age, sometimes that would happen. We would play house and all of this stuff. And it was just certain things that kids did. And when they weren't around, and I started, I don't know, feeling that way, I dare to call it horny at such a young age, but I would hump my pillow. The other thing I used to do, and another friend of mine, she she once told me this, and I felt like, oh my God, there is someone on this planet. Me and her are friends to this day, not just because of what I'm about to tell you, but I just wonder if anyone else ever did this. So, with me, there were certain men. If there were certain men that visited the house, whether they were friends of my brothers or I don't know, I would sniff, if they would sit down, I would sniff their seat. This is when I was a kid. One time, one of my former coworkers, and she's still a friend, she told me she used to do that. And we had a moment. It was so funny because it was so weird and bizarre, but we had a moment of just like kindred spirits. I thought I was the only one that ever did anything like that as a kid. And I know it probably sounds gross to some of y'all, but oh my God. So Chastity, I don't know if did I help at all? I don't know. Hey, Figs. Yes, Miss Chanita does have a beautiful little baby. What is her name again, Chanita? I'm sorry. Okay. Yeah, Joey. Well, this is the boyfriend. What's your name? I don't know your name. If that's not Joey, then who are you? I need to know who I'm talking to. Hey, Louie, what's going on? What do you mean? What about my life spiritually? What do you mean? Oh, an emotional beard. Yeah, yeah, I would agree with that. And Chastity, yeah, just as long as you're there for her and don't shut the door on her, because she will need you to look to for strength. You know, or it may not be that bad, but if she has you in her corner, she can get through anything. Just remember that. So Casey, you came out at 16. What was that like for you? I'm trying to get a feel for like, because I never did that, and I remember this one guy. What was his name? Craig Goldstein or Goldsmith. We were in ROTC together, and they found a Gay Chicago magazine um, in his folder that he left in the class, and you know the scenario I wanted it to be in my head was that I would befriend Craig Goldsmith, and we would look at this magazine together. But I did not have. I was still trying to. I wanted to get out of high school kind of unscathed. Now, I'll tell you what, I did not graduate high school. I had a B average in my junior year, and I did the thing in my senior year that you should do in your freshman year. I totally fucked up. I was working a Walgreens job part time. I would get off at like 1 or 2 in the morning, and had to be in school at like had to get up for school at like 5:30 or 6 o'clock to be at school at 7. And most days I did not make it. And if I did make it, I wasn't there. I was tired. I was angry. I was bitter. I was hungry. You know, I would turn my back to the teacher while they were teaching, to, well, some of these teachers. I did well in German. ROTC had flying colors, but I knew I wasn't going to graduate and dropped out 2 weeks prior to high school. Never got the GED. Went to take classes for it. real life just kind of took over, jobs took over, and it fell to the back. Do I let it define me? No. Isn't education important? Absolutely. Um, but I also know that you can get anything you want to know about, you can find out about, particularly in this age of the internet. All you have to do is have an interest in reading. That's all you have to do. Now, as far as the channels, if you're going to study for a particular field, yes, education is definitely important and can take you far. But have I personally let not having a diploma define who I am? Absolutely not. So, my sisters and parents accept me, and I know they love me. I wish I would have came out sooner, or at least lived unapologetically early on, because I always feared what other people would think about me or my sexuality. Wow. Hey, Bunny, thank you so much. I appreciate that. I saw that. I didn't know who sent it. I appreciate it. Thank you. I never ever would want my daughter to feel alone with this. Oh yeah. So you can get these feelings that I did. There was no particular like boy or anything that I liked in school, but I mean, my mind was definitely there. Now, there was something else I did as a kid, and I think I mentioned it to you guys before. But let me get through the comments first. I'm not eating either. This is bad. Hold on. Hey, Michael. Yeah, Andy. It's kind of rough for some people. Oh, that's okay, Casey. Don't be driving and texting at the same time, please. Just listen. You can talk about it later, or put it in a comment if you want to. I don't know, but don't drive and text, please don't. I want people safe. Well, I mean, I knew it was weird as a kid to do because I didn't see anybody else doing it. Um, but I think I felt okay about myself once. I don't even know how we came to the subject, but once my coworker told me she used to do it too. I don't know how I wish I knew how we got on that subject. She brought it up. She brought it up because I would never bring something like that up into the public. At least not at that time. I would never would have. But now, you don't give a care less. Her Jocelyn, Josie for sure, little Josie. Oh, a guy asked to sniff my friend's seat once at a party. Wow. I wouldn't ask anybody. I would just kind of find a way. If you get up at a party, he must have really wanted the friend. I would not do that at a party setting. I wait till the friend maybe have to use the bathroom or something. Because I would wait, and this was not something I did a lot, but I would wait until I thought the coast was clear. That was one thing my friend and I had in common. But nobody could be around. And it was only for me, it was only men. And I don't know if that was the case for her. I got to ask her about that. Oh, okay. I got it, Miss Janita. Not a problem. In other words, was there any conflict with parents who were religious? My mom. So I can get to that. My mom was religious, or she read the Bible, and around the time that I came out to her. but not through all those years. Hey, Jethro, what's going on? Amira, oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that. I do appreciate it. No, don't worry. Listen. I mean, you didn't even have to do that. I appreciate it though. Thank you. Have a good one and take care. Hey, my way. I know, right? I'm having fun with the discussion though. It's a good. Yeah, we had dogs growing up too. Thank you, Bunny. Yeah, I've heard stuff about the Kinsey scale. I believe it's true. I think there's so much gray area, especially now. It's not even funny. Okay, so now the last part of this I want to kind of tackle is actual coming of age adulthood, or coming out to parents, uh, transitioning from high school, and some of you all I'm sure went to college. Um, just what that transition was like. Um, Going to clubs, meeting new people, dating, possibly immersing yourself in the community, taking on causes. So when I came out, again, I came out to my cousin first. Well, let me go back. So music was always a saving grace. Throughout all of this, the thread was music that kept me together. And through that, again, not knowing anything about ASMR, not knowing anything about being triggered at 17 years old. Um, um, I also used to listen to talk shows, talk radio shows. In my search, I came across a show and I hit the record button. I liked the hosts and his voice. The show was called Horizons. And there was a man on that show, a guest on the show named Bruce Koff, who was the then director of an organization called Horizons Community Services. I hit record and it changed my life. So, sometime after dropping out of high school, this happened. And I found this place. They had a gay and lesbian youth group. And I figured this was just what I needed. And I went, tried to figure out where the place was, found out where it was. I think I took my mom, I had her to like show me how to get to the place or whatever. But I didn't tell her what it was. I don't think I told her what it was. But I went there and changed my life completely. People finally like me, that I could relate to, um, hearing different stories, some similar, some not so similar. Some people were actually disowned by their parents. And at this point, in going to this youth group, I had not come out to anyone yet. I came out to myself first. And then, maybe after about a better part of a year, I came out to my cousin. This group, this was under wraps for a while. Um, After kind of my cousin, finding out through the guessing game we played, then I told my mom. And after a while, it just became easier to tell other people. Now, back to my mom. This was a period where she was not going to a church, but she was reading the Bible and watching church on TV. So a lot had kind of changed about my mom to some degree. But like someone else here mentioned about a phase, it may have been, I don't know who, I forget who it was. I don't know if it was Casey or Amira, maybe, not sure. But my mom or Sandy, yeah, Sandy said the first time you told your mom, she said it was just a phase you were going through. When I went through that period, I didn't come out to my mom again. I just told my mom not to keep asking me if I still felt that way or still had those feelings because they weren't going anywhere. Like I had to really get her to understand that I've been dealing with this a long time, but it was new to her. And when you come out, when you're coming out, the world is your oyster. Like anyone within earshot, you just want to scream it from the rooftop. Once you hit that point where you have stepped in the shoes of comfortability, you can walk it, you can talk it, you don't give a fuck about anything anymore. I'm done with school, and I think that had a lot to do with it too. I could feel like I could just be and carve out a new direction for my life, whatever that was. So I just remember my life changing and then meeting people that would become friends that I still have to this day, that are, kind of like a family of sorts. And the thing is, too, why it's so important to support people when they reach this point in their lives, or, from the very old to the very young. It's never easy to come to it. It's never easy to tell anybody about it. And, some people get disowned. Some kids, saw a lot about kids who got disowned from their folks, because they didn't want to have anything to do with them. They cut off ties to the money, college, all of that, because their vision for their child was ruined. What's up, Tiffany? How are you doing today? So do any of you guys, am I the only gay person in the room? Do you all have any coming out stories? Oh, I just spit that out. Sorry. I will eat the salad. Mm. Just a kink coming out. What does that mean? Or is that a typo? Mm. I don't know what you're saying in that comment, Bunny. Um, so I didn't see it. No. So Mrs. Janita, what I mean. So his answer was no. I take it, right? Mm-mm. funny. When I came out, my brother told me, if you don't tell anyone, you will never get a girlfriend. After he said that to me, I came out like a week later. Wow. I would think he'd have said, if you tell anyone, you won't get a girlfriend. Hey, Samantha, I am doing well. Thank you so much. How are you? So, Mrs. Trinita, did you find yourself looking at certain girls a certain way, or all girls a certain way? Or was it just certain ones, or like, what was it? Do you mind sharing? My dad, I told him also at age 16, he's military. That's cool. I always wondered if my father was in the picture, what coming out, if I came out to him, what that would have been like. I always wondered what my life would be. How different would my life be? Would it still be the same? Would it have been really contentious? Because I never really had a relationship with my father. And I knew who he was, and just seeing him in phases, really. And then I went through a period where I did not want to see him at all. And when my mom invited him over one day, I think she knew I was having a rough time at school and thought that having him there, or like visit would kind of change things. I think my mom might have been in her own way trying to figure what to do, not what to do with me, but just figure some stuff out to see if it would stick. Because I don't know how you tell, I told her I didn't ever want to see him. Did not want her to invite him over. I didn't need him in my life. And then when she did, it was just it was the worst thing she could have done. I left the house in a huff. I slammed the door. I hated her for doing that. I apologized to him many years later. He said, I love you no matter what. Yeah, Tiffany, I sometimes wonder about that with my mom. My mom and I have been fine, but that's because there's not been anybody. She's met some of my friends, but I've never introduced anyone as a boyfriend or a partner to her. So I wonder if that dynamic would change. Like if I were to introduce someone as a partner, would our relationship change? Would she be like your friend's father was? Well, everybody's going to have some kind of a struggle. But if you align yourself with good people, with a solid group of friends, and if if your parents are in your corner, if you know that your parents are in your corner at the end of the day, it'll be okay. It'll be all right. The struggles will almost be worth it. Click top right area in chat with 3 bars. I don't have that here. Oh, mine is at the bottom, I guess. And you will see that will show all the comments. and select. Are you talking about me? I don't see where I can do that. I don't see live chat. All I see is share and the only thing in my top right corner is the X button, and I don't want to hit that. I see 3 dots. It says share, save, highlight, and mute microphone. And honest to God, I don't want to do either one because I don't want this ruined. But I think part of it was comparing my body to other females. It wasn't even always sexual. It was more appreciative. Oh, okay. Got you. Got you. Oh, I don't know that that's true, Mrs. Shanita. I think it's a matter of perspective. I've seen some beautiful looking ones, nice and uniformed and everything, and I've seen some that are really hideous. But I've seen some really beautiful ones. Right, Ada. She's got me now thinking about every penis I've ever seen, and I definitely have a look that I look for, but you're always I'm always disappointed because they are so different. And disappointed is the wrong word. You're never just gonna. I have to. It's like a roll of the dice, to find a one that's like the head and everything is shaped in proportion, and I don't like. Well, you know what? We're not going to get into that. We're not going to get into that. I tell my boys ages 6 and 11 that I don't care who they love, whether it be a girl or a boy. Wow, that's awesome, Tiffany. That is awesome. That's what's up. I went through the same thing. I also questioned my sexuality growing up, but it was because I found some women so beautiful. I wonder if men have that about other men's bodies. I think they do, but they would never like reveal it. And I say that because my oldest brother and I and my cousin, we used to hang out. We all used to work at the same place, and we would hang out and go to dinner and stuff like that, and go to movies, and wherever we'd go, my brother always got all the attention because of his body. He was a bodybuilder. And I was probably a year or two in my like coming out at the time, I'm nice and comfortable. And they knew I was gay and all this stuff. And one time I joked with my brother because he was never about any of that. He didn't like all that. He liked the attention, but he didn't. If it was attention that he thought was anything smelling like homosexuality, he did not like it at all. But I joked with him one day when we were all walking. I said, you know what makes you think they're not looking at me? I mean, I'm going to the clubs and losing the weight. And but my cousin and I would do that to him all the time. My friend's dad is a born-again Christian. So that's a lot. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, like I see these 2 little bubbles, these 2 little circles. I don't know what that does. Oh Lord. Gives me a bunch of damn images of myself. Okay, I don't want that. Let me just stop. I can get rid of that. and sharing. Just I guess I feel like I'm just going to share the chat on somewhere else, and I don't want to do that. Uh-oh, there's a lot of comments. Hold on. Oh Lord, there's a lot of comments that popped up. Okay. And even though I don't care to stare at a penis all day, I still find myself sexually aroused by men. Oh, okay. Same here. But I'm proud that I never defended myself by saying I am straight, because I never. Um, I really, Andy, I really, I really don't like when guys do that. And I am glad that you don't do that. I just I just feel like it's not necessary. And when they feel like it's necessary to say that, to me, it just reads that you're threatened. And the furthest thing I'm trying to do is threaten you. You know what I mean? There's fear because you don't know where I'm coming from, or you might sense something about me, but instead of getting to know me, it's immediately I'm straight. So that's supposed to be like the cock blocker of all cock blockers. I don't like that. Don't do that. You don't have to do that. If I ask you if you're gay, then that makes perfect sense if you're straight to say that you're straight. But if we're talking about something else, I've had situations like that. Um, where straight guys, they have to put that out there. Even being a man working in retail, you get it from guys sometimes. I think they feel like any man that works retail is automatically gay. And so when a retail worker that's male approaches them and asks if they need any help, I'm just looking for my wife. To me, now they might very well be looking for the wife, but to me, it also sounds like, stay away from me. That's what I interpret in my head. It's a job, so we're trying to be friendly. We're trying to, provide a service and trying to be helpful. Um, or you can help me find my wife. I thought there were times when I thought that line was pretty funny, but you can tell there are certain guys that do that where it's just like, I don't really want to be here, and all these damn. There are some men that are gay, but you don't have to always like put that thing up, that flag up. Most of the time, honestly, we're just doing the job. You have found yourself attracted to just women in porn, but have never had feelings for women. Mm, interesting. What is it about the women in porn that you find attractive? I grew up thanks to my oldest brother. He had a lot of porn, and I've had seen some of that porn. And I was looking for a totally different reason, but um, it was fascinating to me, and that was the only exposure that I had to women's bodies, and it was fascinating to me, just up to a point. But what fascinated you, because you don't have feelings for women, like the longing to be with a woman and all that a woman provides, as a species, if you will, um, nurturing, caring, all the things that women are. You have never had any desire to be with a woman, but physicality, I guess, is what you're saying for porn, right? Was it was it the comeliness of the come hither? Was it that type of thing? Or did you maybe want to be in porn yourself, Bunny? Bunny. Is that how you got your name, Bunny? I'm just kidding. Oh my God, y'all are talking about penises. Where is Lola for you, Tiffany? I think about that too, but I wonder if it's a situation that's arising in the art of porn. Mm. Oh, that's arousing. Okay, I get it. I would have a threesome with another girl and a man. Never two men. For some reason, that doesn't arouse me. Okay. I love it. That could be Shanita because I don't feel the same about women in person. Just porn. Mm. It's like a straight person saying when they meet the opposite sex, look, I'm not into you as soon as they meet. You know what? I had a really great experience. It was probably the first time I'd ever done anything like this. I used to work at a store, and this guy used to work at a neighboring store. I forgot what kind of store it was, but he um, he was really attractive, and I mistook it for possible interest. Although he never asked me any probing questions, I thought he can't just be this friendly and be straight. He's got to be, just like me. Maybe he's afraid to kind of say it or whatever. Maybe he's not sure about me. So one day, because I felt like I could really fall in love with this man, one day I just went over and I worded it right because I'm really good with that. I've been good with that a lot. I can, have face a very difficult conversation and word it in a respectful way to a person that will disarm them and won't make them retreat. So I just asked him in so many words if he was gay, and he told me he wasn't, and he was flattered by why I asked, and I just told him I just had to know because I was feeling a particular kind of way. And he said to me that he gets that a lot. And it was perfect. I mean, we weren't friends to that, to this day or anything like that, but still, it was just a great interaction to have. And for that being my first time ever doing something like that was kind of huge for me. It let me know, it made it easier to do the older I got. What's up, Robert? How are you? Yeah, long time no see in the chat or in the comments. They didn't just grab my dick. Well, oh, what are you talking about? Bonnie says, I'm attracted to their bodies, boobs mainly. So there is boob attraction amongst some women. Would you ladies say that that would be the case? Not necessarily for yourselves, but is there like boob attraction or adoration or envy? I'm loving this. So Ada, it says boob and ass combo has to be right. With me, I never look. I don't really ever care about chest. It's all about ass. Yeah, it's all about ass. And there have been times when I have bargained with myself. Like I see an ass that I mean, like, you know what? This is a tricky ass. It's the kind of tricky ass that if you saw it in a pair of jeans, you couldn't see it, but it's looking kind of appetizing in these kind of sheer shorts workout shorts that they're wearing, but it's a tricky ass because I would not pay attention to it in a pair of jeans or khakis. And sometimes the guy has to bend over in order for it to really make sense. But I've seen those really sheer gray, like basketball shorts or whatever that they wear. Ooh, and sometimes them asses be nice. Well, right now it seems like we're talking about ass, Robert, but we're actually, this is a pride stream in honor of people in the LGBTQ community. So we've been on for over an hour. Basically, it was a way for people of that community and the friends and family of that community to get together and just shoot the shit. So I did want to, I don't think anyone really got to this though. I did want to know, like, Ignited, you're in the room still, so maybe you can assist with this. Will, I don't know if you're still in the room, but were you club guys at all? Did y'all go out a lot? When did you start going out to clubs? What was that like for you? Were you attracted to the life? Were you like me and it was just like a whole new world? Or did you just not get into it at all? I'm trying to steer this back to what it was supposed to be. What are you, a male or a female, Vashti? I really don't know. I apologize. And I may have even asked you previously, but I just want to know. Hey, Scooby Doo. Well, you're an hour and 22 minutes late, but that's okay. KC, you're a virgin when it comes to men. Okay. Well, I'm glad that's all you got to shave, Tiffany. Butts are where it's at for me. Yes. See more butts. Eyes too. I like eyes. You know, I told this. I messaged this guy the other day. He has not gotten back to me. He had. I said, when I get on this site, I do what probably a lot of guys do, and just look at pictures and maybe like a few of them, or hot or love a few of them. But I said, every time I come across your picture and this smile, I have to know who is the person behind the smile. And that's what I left him. And he hasn't gotten back to me. See, when I try to put it out there, crickets, you know. Now, if I'd have been all like ratchet and posting all types of nude pics and everything, that's not my style. I don't do that. I don't do that. But, I have done it before, but I don't really like doing that. I wonder if it's envy for myself. It probably is, Mrs. Chanita. I've had an envy for boobs and ass women because I have an Asian woman physique, which means I don't have a lot of curves. Oh, okay. I didn't think about it that way. So I think it's both appreciation and awe for that body type. I would agree. That sounds about right. If someone's, but the good thing though about that is that I don't know that you have or not, but a good thing that you didn't take it a step further and try to do things to yourself or to your body to get those looks. Because people can do whatever they want to do with their bodies, but I think that's where a lot of women just kind of get it wrong. Because once you start that hacking process or that patchwork, if you will, it never ends because you're never enough. It's never good enough. I mean, just ask little Kim. Okay, I don't know who she was trying to look like. If she was trying to look like somebody white, she got it all wrong. If she was trying to look like Pamela Anderson, she got it all wrong. I love Lil' Kim to pieces, but girl, no. You were a pretty black girl. Why did you do that to your body? Why did you do that to your face? Why did you do that to your skin? Did you have the money to do it? Okay. You're a grown-ass woman. Can't nobody tell you what to do. More power to you. What you got here and then here, well, your rhyme skills and everything will never die. But baby, I don't know who you were channeling, but it just seemed like it wasn't enough. And I feel like when you start doing stuff like that, it's a rabbit hole. Bapt, hello there. How are you? So far, so good here in Chicago. How's it in France? Yeah, you could say we're talking about butts and coming out and pride and all this stuff. I'm trying to steer it back to a place of decency, but some people like to take it there. Sometimes it's, damn woman, I wouldn't kick you out of bed. The women that I was always kind of attracted to were tomboy women. For some, I guess, I don't know why. This is going to be so weird. I just now kind of came to this. I always thought, like my brother, the middle one, he used to go with a girl and she was a tomboy. She had beady eyes, maybe my complexion. Her name was Andrea. She was always really cute. And I think it came to be that she became a lesbian like long, long after the fact. But her and my brother used to date. And she had like a pimp type of, like that, almost harder than my brother. And I used to think she had a certain kind of smell to her. What the smell was, I don't know. And I never wanted to sniff her seat or anything like that. But because of the way she looked, I always felt like she had kind of like a coconut type of smell. I did. I felt like she smelled like just some old fresh coconut or something. I don't know what it was about her. I always wanted my brother to be with her. Maybe because I don't know. Maybe I like that smell as a like preteen or something. But I also, maybe it's because I thought she was attractive or she would make a good looking boy. Maybe that's what it was. Because she had everything like a dude. I mean, you can, surprised she have a dick, but she could have probably had one if she wanted. Apparently, women develop boobs to mirror the ass when we started walking upright. The ass might be the original thing. Oh, okay. Tiffany, I hope you wash your hands. Oh, that's okay, Mrs. Janita. We're having fun too. It's supposed to be fun too. I started clubs at 18 and it was funny. Lots of fun. I didn't go out until I might have been 20 or 21, but I knew people that were going out like even at like 18 and 19 to like I think they were probably getting in regular clubs, but they were also going to juice bars too. I, did it the right way. I think I was more into just trying to meet somebody more than hit the clubs. So I went straight to the gay papers, the ads, the personal ads, trying to meet people. I stayed in those for a nice chunk of my later years. You are female, Vashti. Okay. What did you ask me before? A body type, I think. I don't know. I prefer kind of thick guys, but um, that has changed over the years. Um, Now I'm just looking for anyone that's breathing. Who has a pulse? If you have a pulse and you look at me the right way, I'll be interested. Started going to the bars when I turned 18, right after high school, became a regular thing. I also had a lot of the same social challenges. Got you there, Will. Got you there. You said it's nights where you're at, Scooby Doo. I'll bear with you. That's okay. Who choose? No, 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 no. I'm all about natural. Lordy, Lordy, Lord. Lil Kim, what the fuck happened? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, she used to be a really gorgeous girl. I don't know what, but at any rate, yeah. And I don't know. I think he might have been trying to channel Diana Ross or Latoya, one of the two, because they all seem like they have that nose now. Right. I felt like Lil Kim looked good before her surgeries, but to each their own. Yeah, that's true. France, England, USA. The love is coming from all over. Yep, I see. Well, I welcome it all. I think at the most I had about 25 people in here. At one point, it's getting hot though. Yeah, I don't understand the coconut thing. Let me see if I can turn on this. I need the. Is this really bad sound wise, you guys? Can y'all still like hear me good? I never wanted to smell her seat. I mean, I just if she walked past, I don't know why. Maybe I might have got a whiff of her one day, and maybe that's what she wound up smelling like. She was just not a girly girl at all, but just really attractive, and not all tomboyish. Her hair was like straight, maybe shoulder length, and it wasn't black. It was maybe what is that, auburn looking, and she was light. She was cute, but when she got older, she had put on a lot of weight. I think she had cut her hair. Hair was short. She had lost a lot of what I found attractive about her. But I think yeah, she definitely was a butch, if I can say that. Roisin lives. Hello. Y'all are stuck on the coconut. Oh my God. Prefer eyes and butt, but got a thing for intelligence, if that makes sense. Well, of course. I mean, yeah, I don't mention stuff like intelligence because I think most people, you're probably going to go for that unless you're just looking for sex, then that doesn't have anything to do with anything. I don't know if anyone ever gets off on fucking somebody intelligent. You know what I mean? Some people are attracted to power or attracted to people that know a lot, but that doesn't necessarily have to be a prerequisite for fucking. Excuse my language. For dating, yes. She may have one now in the drawer. I'm sorry, I'm on and off because the service is terrible at the beach. Oh, okay. I love the beach. I've never been a beach person. Never. Scooby Doo, I thought you said indeed Vaseline. I was like, okay, this is getting to be a little bit going in areas where I'm not sure I want to go. But I get it was a name that you said, but it looked so much like Vaseline for a minute. Is the sound okay now? It could be just because of the I've got the fan. Maybe I'll just put it on dry and see. Now I have to Google Lil Kim. Maybe coconut is the pheromone. I don't know. Scooby Doo, is that question for Vasheen or is it for who is it for? Vashti. Make sure you Google before her surgery. You're right. That's what I was gonna say. 9 times out of 10, Tiffany, they're probably gonna wind up showing a before and after anyway in the images section. And she'll know what the after is when she see it. No, I've been horny long before Corona. This guy has a magnetic smile. I think you know what it was? I know why he's not responded to me because I came across him first and looked on his profile, but never said anything until like a few days later. But I kept seeing him because he looked at my profile back, but he never, I'm sure I'm probably not his type, but oh my God, that smile is outrageous. And of course, he's a million miles away because that's my life. I tried to be a hoe. Oh, that reminds me. Just look for my new book entitled I Want to Be a Hoe. Velvet Jones, Eddie Murphy. Hey, Yellow Submarine. How are you today? I tried to be a hoe because I thought it was something I needed to get out of my system, but it didn't take. I wasn't interested. Well, I tell you, I always work hard at trying to be one. It's just really difficult nowadays to be one. But it's a priority in my mind, and I do want for people to know that. So yeah, but it's really hard these days to be one. I think I'm afraid to do anything with anybody in this time of COVID at this point. I'm gonna wait for a vaccine, so I'm gonna be a self-imposed virgin, if that makes any kind of sense, and just see what happens after a vaccine. I could be, I don't know that it's such a like out of the way thing to feel. I still want to take that chance, You mean it's tacky garland? It's supposed to be a garland, and there's no orange in it. It's just yellow and Hey, this does it all. Some people are gay. Get over it. Is there a spot on my shirt? Oh, there's spots on my shirt. Oh, I don't know where that came from. Oh, I know. It's from right here because I was getting moist. Not in that way. Are you all? Where are you all from that y'all don't know about Lil Kim, Scooby Doo, and you all? Where are y'all from? So far, so good. I'm glad that everybody's here and we're all having a nice time. Miss Chanita, I don't want to be reborn. I mean, it would be nice to kind of um, transition into, being a 50-year-old hoe, but it's difficult right now. I missed a couple of months of Hold'em. Like I really need it. Even the toy isn't helping. Thank you, Yellow Submarine. I've had this shirt for a long time. I should probably get a new one if they still have it on the market. It's all faded. I need to do seriously a shirt collection. Somebody told me I should do that a long time ago. I have so many t-shirts. It's not even funny. Y'all, I haven't eaten a thing. Mm. Was she in Joanna, man? I forgot about that. Oh, no worries, big time. I forgot she was in Joanna, man. Oh, I think that was probably an awful movie. Walking Dead t-shirts, really? Some of these shirts I can get into, but they're tight because I've gained some weight. I hate this pandemic and what I hate that I couldn't just keep it together and stay on top of like food and exercise and stuff like that. And I hate that it, made me like it affected my job. Now I started to wear this shirt. Um, oh, I think you all have seen this one before. I started to wear this one today. You know something I used to do? I don't know if I shared this with you all before. My cousin and I, we used to play girls, and I used to do this. We both actually used to do this. Okay, it looks like ridiculous now. And the shirts were a lot smaller then. But we used to do this and pretend like we had hair. So crazy. I just thought about that, literally. Let me get these hairy balls off my neck. Hold on. I might need to shave my own damn neck. Ooh, all that. It's just, oh, you know what? Take this shit completely off. See, I messed up because there's no orange in here. It's kind of rainbowy, but there's no orange in here. Oh well. There you go. I missed some comments. Hold on. You can send the shirts to me. Oh, you couldn't wear these shirts. They would probably be too big for you. But see, and you have a reason though, Mrs. Chanita. You just had a baby. I have been pregnant for 20 years. I've been trying to have this. I've been trying to have this baby for 20 years. I gained about 12 pounds, 12 extra pounds, probably just last night, fucking with that damn Philly cheesesteak sandwich. I'm telling you, you guys. So it's starting to affect me in a way that it just doesn't make me feel comfortable. So I have a couple of things in the fire, collabs that I want to do, but after this, I'm not saying I'm gonna stop the channel, but I gotta do different. Got to do different, and I may not make any money on the channel. I kind of don't care. I do, but I don't. I care more about my health. You know what I'm saying? Have to do it lighter. Have to keep it lighter because I don't like the way like I'm starting to feel. Like I can literally set a plate. I can set a country on my stomach. That's how it feels sometimes. And then, like, if I miss taking my blood pressure meds, it's even worse because that sodium, everything that I've eaten, it just sits in there. Like I can feel it. So I just need to give myself a little bit of a break. I've got something in the fire lined up this week. It will not be a light meal, but and then the week after, I have another thing planned too. But I gotta do something. I'm not going to any big deal about, oh, he's going on a diet or he's gonna cancel the channel. I just gotta change some shit up. So you'll still see me, but you might see me salading, or eating just like veggies. You know what I want to do? I want to air fry. I gotta use my air fryer. I still haven't used it yet. I want to air fry some broccoli and cauliflower. Who was I watching? Mystery Granny eat. She had I'm not gonna do hot Cheetos. Like I don't understand that, but she had them, and I like the crunch that she had on them. And I wondered if she used them in the air fryer. If she said it, I didn't hear her say it, but I'd like to do that. Trey maybe. How are you? You look like a man. Oh, you look like a nun. Yeah, I did, right? No, sister ain't had none. You know this pandemic will make you a hunk, a chunk, or a dry. I am a chunk for sure. I sure don't feel hunky. I feel like a hunk of chunk, but not a chunk of hunk. I'm not drunk though. My mom had a braided thing that I used to put on my head, pretending I had hair down to my butt. Oh wow. My mom never had no wigs that I could recall. Oh, sister, I've gone horribly wrong. That's a lot of balls, choose. A lot of hairy balls, too. They were falling everywhere. Your health is more important than views. I know that. Maybe, Ada. You never knew. I got some chicken wings that I wanted to try. I finally bought like a pack of chicken wings. Got to hurry up and try to get this thing going so I can use it so the chicken wings don't go bad. But now I don't even want to eat them. Yeah, not everybody does though, buddy. And it's okay that they don't like them. I can still make content and just do what I want to do or do what I need to do. That's not stopping me. I'm just saying that, you know, sometimes it has been about making sure that there's content, and I may not. I think I've been hungry most of the time, but sometimes it really is just about like content and not about um, you know, I could not have the meal, but oh, I got to get the numbers up or whatever, or oh, I wanted to have this, and it only makes sense if I have it on camera. Nothing to prevent me from eating it off camera, but if you're doing it day after day after day, it becomes problematic. If you're not on a treadmill, Yellow Submarine, yeah, I can't wait to use this thing. Reconnecting, really? I know I'm live, but I think I'm gonna go, y'all. It's been an hour and 52 minutes. This was a good Pride stream. This was a good live. Hello, Dolly. I'm getting ready to go, though. Ruben, I know, but you know what? You will get the right one for yourself. I'm telling you. There's a lot of good ones out there. Just got to find the right one. Thankfully, with this unemployment, I was able to find the right one. Well, we'll see. Air fryer cauliflower is delicious. Just a sprinkle of salt and garlic powder, but it shrinks though. Yeah. All right, Jethro. Yellow Submarine, thank you. Thank you, Ruben. Appreciate it, sir. Don't pay. I can't do it if y'all not here, so I appreciate it. Appreciate it, Vashti. Thank you. All right, you guys. Like, comment, and subscribe. And I had a good time. Thank you for the conversations, the sharing experiences. Thank you, Mr. Janitha. I'm glad you all could make it. I thought I was going to be talking honestly to maybe about 5 or 6 people, but this blew my expectations out the water. So you guys were really, y'all participated really well, I have to say, and I had fun in the process. So have a good one. Bye, you guys. Take care. Thank you for the donations you all left for me. Who was that? Bunny and Amira. Thank you, you guys. Bye, bye, Miss American Pie. Bye, bye, Miss American Pie. This will be the day that I die. This will be the day that I die. I'm waiting for you all to exit. Thank you so much. Take care, Bunny, Trading Maybe, and all you fine, wonderful people. Enjoy your Monday. It's a grayish Monday here, but I'm still going to enjoy it. Why? Because I have air conditioning. That's kind of making me sick. Let's see you all disappear. It's been wonderful. Thank you. Thank you for liking the video, the Pride stream. Will and Ignited and all you guys, thank you very much. Thank you very much. There's still 6 people here. I'm waiting for you to leave. They said I cannot leave until 4 people here now, until Everyone leaves alive. Oh. If I could just get it down to one person, then I'll be able to leave. Bye. No. It's not supposed to go up. It's supposed to go down. Oh. This will be the day. Yes. Go, go, go. Bunny, I thought you guys had left. Bye. I was going to say, okay, now that everybody's gone, we can have this to ourselves. We can have this to ourselves. Oh, now there's 3 people. Okay, all right. Come on, let's go. You guys are like the people at the guests, that the hosts want you to leave. You've outstayed your welcome. 2, yes, let's bring it down. 1 more, and then I can be free. Don't you want me to be free? Hi, Stubbs. There's my oil. Can I just have like 1 person? No. Come on now, make this happen for me because it's never gotten this low, and I want to get it lower. No! What are you doing? I'm trying to get that head count to 1. Don't come back. No! Why are y'all coming back? No, you're supposed to go home now. You all are annoying. Stop it. That's just go. Oh, mommy, I'm going home. You gotta go. I'm ending the live. I'm trying to get it to where it's just like 1 or 0 people. I'm so close, but people keep coming through. Yes, watch the replay. The replay will be very nice. 1 person, that's wonderful. Okay. Now let's let everybody disappear. If I could just get this 1 last person to just exit, then I can feel. This is just torture at this point. I can never have anything the way I want it. This is a conspiracy against me. I cannot have anything the way I want. From my food orders to this, I can't get people to just do what I want them to do. Disappear. This now. And now you can go. And I had a wonderful time. But now you can go. It's time to go. It's been 2 hours. This is like a shift. It's like a princess shift, but it's a shift nonetheless. Please. Because give me a break and stuff is probably on. I need to watch TV. Bye.